Narcissism exists on a spectrum, ranging from healthy self-esteem to pathological self-absorption. It's not just about being self-centered or having an inflated ego. At its core, narcissism is a complex personality disorder that affects how individuals perceive themselves and interact with others. This disorder is marked by a deep need for admiration, a pervasive sense of grandiosity, and a significant lack of empathy for others. Narcissists often have an inflated sense of self-importance, believing they are superior to others. They crave constant attention and validation, often going to great lengths to ensure they remain in the spotlight. They struggle to recognize or care about the feelings of others, often dismissing or invalidating them. Two main types of narcissism exist: grandiose and covert, each with distinct characteristics. While both share the core traits of narcissism, they manifest in different ways, impacting their relationships and social interactions. Grandiose narcissists are outwardly arrogant, attention-seeking, and often boastful. They are the stereotypical life of the party who demands to be the center of attention, often overshadowing others. Covert narcissists, on the other hand, are more subtle and insidious, often masking their true intentions. Recognizing the nuances of each type is crucial for understanding their behavior and protecting oneself. It helps in identifying the patterns and protecting yourself from their manipulative tactics, which can be emotionally draining. Understanding the difference can be the first step towards breaking free and healing from their damaging behavior, leading to a healthier and more balanced life. Grandiose narcissists are easy to spot. They are bold, flamboyant, and crave being in the spotlight. They possess an inflated ego and an unshakable belief in their own superiority. Rules don't apply to them. They feel entitled to special treatment and have little regard for boundaries. These individuals are masters of self-promotion. They exaggerate their accomplishments and talents to gain admiration. Criticism is met with anger and denial. They are incapable of acknowledging their flaws or taking responsibility for their actions. Grandiose narcissists thrive on attention, positive or negative. They love to create drama and be the center of it all. Their relationships are often shallow and transactional. They use others to fuel their ego and discard them when they are no longer useful. Covert narcissism is much harder to detect. Unlike the more obvious grandiose narcissists, covert narcissists blend into the background, making them more insidious. Unlike their grandiose counterparts, covert narcissists are not loud or outwardly arrogant. They often come across as humble, modest, or even self-effacing. They are masters of disguise, often appearing shy, sensitive, or even vulnerable. This facade makes it difficult to see their true nature. Don't let this fool you. Beneath the surface lies a deep well of insecurity and a need for control. They crave admiration and validation just as much as overt narcissists. Covert narcissists are experts at playing the victim. They often portray themselves as misunderstood or unfairly treated. They manipulate situations to gain sympathy and attention. They are passive-aggressive communicators, using indirect methods to express their needs and frustrations. They use guilt trips, silent treatment, and subtle jabs to get their way. These tactics are designed to make you feel guilty or responsible for their feelings. They're also highly sensitive to criticism. Even the slightest hint of disapproval can trigger a strong reaction. They will react with anger, blame, or withdraw if they feel attacked. This reaction is a defense mechanism to protect their fragile self-esteem. Covert narcissists are masters of emotional manipulation. They know how to push your buttons and exploit your vulnerabilities. They draw you in with their vulnerability and then subtly undermine your self-esteem. This keeps you off balance and dependent on their approval. They make you question your own reality and make you feel responsible for their happiness. Over time, this can erode your confidence and sense of self. Being in a relationship with a grandiose narcissist can be emotionally draining. They demand constant attention and validation. They have little regard for your feelings or needs. Here are some red flags to watch out for. Constant need for admiration. They constantly fish for compliments and reassurance. Sense of entitlement. They believe they are superior and deserve special treatment. Lack of empathy. They are unable to understand or care about your feelings. Exploitative behavior. They use you for their own gain without any regard for your well-being. Inability to handle criticism. They react with anger, blame, or denial when criticized. If you notice these signs in your relationship, it's important to set boundaries and protect yourself. Section 5. Red flags in covert narcissistic relationships. Relationships with covert narcissists can be incredibly confusing. They often present a charming and humble exterior, making it difficult to see their true nature. You may feel like you're walking on eggshells, never knowing what will trigger their anger or resentment. This constant state of anxiety can be emotionally draining and leave you feeling isolated. They are skilled at making you doubt yourself and question your own sanity. This manipulation tactic, known as gaslighting, can erode your self-esteem and make you dependent on their approval. Here are some red flags to watch out for in a covert narcissistic relationship. Playing the victim. They constantly portray themselves as victims of circumstance or of others' actions. This allows them to avoid responsibility and gain sympathy from others. Passive-aggressive behavior. They use subtle digs, guilt trips, and the silent treatment to control you. This indirect form of aggression can be confusing and make you feel like you're always in the wrong. Hypersensitivity to criticism. They react with anger, blame, or withdrawal if you point out their flaws or mistakes. This makes it difficult to have honest and open communication. Gaslighting. They deny your reality, making you question your own memories and perceptions. This can lead to a loss of trust in yourself and your judgment. Emotional withdrawal. They use emotional distance as a form of punishment. This can leave you feeling abandoned and desperate for their approval. If any of these red flags resonate with your experiences, it's crucial to recognize that you're not alone. Many people have faced similar challenges and have found ways to heal and move forward. Understanding the dynamics of covert narcissism is the first step towards breaking free from its grasp. Seeking support from friends, family, or a therapist can provide you with the strength and clarity needed to reclaim your life. Section 6. Are you in a narcissistic relationship? Identifying whether you're in a narcissistic relationship can be challenging. Narcissists are masters of manipulation and can easily disguise their true intentions. Ask yourself these questions. Do you constantly feel drained and emotionally exhausted in the relationship? Do you feel like you're walking on eggshells, afraid to upset your partner? Do you find yourself constantly apologizing or taking the blame for things that aren't your fault? Are your needs and feelings constantly being ignored or invalidated? Do you feel like you're losing your sense of self in the relationship? If you answered yes to any of these questions, it's time to take a step back and assess the situation. You might be in a narcissistic relationship. Section 7. Breaking free steps to reclaim your life. Breaking free from a narcissistic relationship is a challenging but necessary step to reclaim your life. Here are some practical steps to guide you. Acknowledge the reality. The first step is to acknowledge that you're in a toxic relationship. Set boundaries. Establish firm boundaries and enforce them consistently. Seek support. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or a therapist. Focus on self-care. Prioritize your well-being. Engage in activities that bring you joy. Cut off contact. If possible, minimize contact or go no contact with the narcissist. Remember, healing takes time. Be patient with yourself and celebrate every small victory. Section 8. Healing and thriving after narcissistic abuse. Healing from narcissistic abuse is a journey, not a destination. It's important to be patient with yourself and allow yourself time to heal. Here are some tips to aid in your recovery. Educate yourself. Learn as much as you can about narcissism, therapy. Seek professional help from a therapist specializing in narcissistic abuse. Support groups. Join support groups to connect with others who understand what you're going through. Self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Rediscover yourself. Reconnect with your passions, interests, and values. Remember, healing is possible. You deserve to live a life free from narcissistic abuse. Section 9. Finding empowerment and moving forward. Breaking free from narcissistic abuse is a testament to your strength and resilience. It is a journey of reclaiming your voice, your power, and your life. The experience, while painful, can be a catalyst for profound personal growth and transformation. Embrace the opportunity to rebuild your life on your own terms. Surround yourself with supportive people. Pursue your passions and rediscover your joy. Remember, you are worthy of love, respect, and happiness. The future is yours to create. Go forth and thrive.